YouTube and Facebook. My name is Jamie Butler. I'm here in Atlanta, Georgia, and I thought it'd be a great time to talk about really, really spirits. There's my chimes, which is a signal that my spirit team is saying hi to you. I have a set of chimes that are not powered and they're not in front of a fan or a vent, or they're up high away from anything that can touch them. And they seem to go off at the most interesting times. I call it the spirit highlighter. So whenever you hear them, like slow down and listen to what's going on. But I thought it'd be great for us to talk about how spirit can share a lot of things and then all of a sudden, like, not share this chunk. It's like getting into the deep files and the archives of something juicy that happened in the government, and you pull out the page and it has the black marker all over it and you can't read what's going on. Spirit does the same thing, and we're going to talk about why. But before we do that, I want to say hi to you guys. Hi, Emma. Hi, Jen E. Ding, ding. Yes, they're saying hello. Jenny, I was just checking out some pictures of Lemon and Lime right now. They've been so cute recently. Hi, Cece. So give Lennon a big, like, feather fluff from me and like a nosy to beak kind of a love kiss. He's so cute. Nancy. Hi, Nancy. Doing well. I'm so happy. Hi, Vlad. I'm so happy to be here. It's nice to be seen. A few of you might know that my holidays have been submerged with finding my beloved kitty who went out on a walk and did not come back. And this is going to be a bit of the topic today of why can't I just access that information? Why can't Spirit just tell me, go 2 blocks over, 1 house up? And I've got some examples, but still, hi to Mary Anderson. How are you doing? I'm going to take some time to say hi. Hi, Craig. Janet Schaefer. Oh my God. Hello, Sarasota. How are you doing? So cool to see you here. Hi, Ben. It's good to see you. We had some wonderful classes this morning. We did the chromotherapy for the color green. That's light healing therapy in the green vibration, and did a 528 hertz healing discussion. So many cool things in there. Hey, Bethany, I know you have been giving it your all. A lot of you Luminaires have been so wonderful tapping into the information about my roaming kitty, or AKA stolen kitty. Michelle, you've wondered this very thing, didn't you? Why? Why won't they just tell you? Duh, right? Jackie! Hey, Rika! Oh, thank you. Oh my God, is it snowing? Yeah, totally not snowing here, but it's gray and overcast and a little chilly. Okay, Janine Jones, Spokane Valley, showing up. Hey. Hey, Deborah, North Carolina. Anil, hi. Oh, blue looks good on me. Thanks. I like the color blue. Needed to help my voice today. Hey, Marta. My voice has been like put to the test because I'm the type of person, I was sharing this in class today, that if my core unit, my little family, if they're not all right and all okay, I'm on it. I'm like a bulldog, got to make sure, going to bring it together. And my little love bug Uni kitty has gone out on a walk December 23rd and did not come back. And we trained him a whole year with his leash. He comes back every 30 minutes and gets a treat. He is a food monger. And he's super, super friendly and he loves people. And it's just not like him to walk away. So here he is. He's taken off. And so now I'm out on the streets calling him. And my voice is like barely there. So you're going to hear that nice raspiness sound. That's what it's from. Veronica in South Africa. Hi. Hi, Josie. Karen Ryan, beautiful BC. I know it is. Maitland is saying hi to you too. Susan Weaver, Greenville, Texas. Hey, so good to see you here again. Renee. Henrique. Yes. Bom dia from Portugal. Oh gosh, Jenny says one of her naked Sphinx cats went out for about a year and a half and never came back. Pretty sure somebody stole him. Yeah, yeah, this is a thing. And my Umi cat is very, very friendly. So the thing is, if you're here, you might know that I'm a medium and I communicate to spirit and the deceased. So at one point in my life, I thought, you know what? I really want to get into animal communication, right? Wouldn't that be amazing? Sit down and have a conversation with your pets and be like, I get you, I see you, I can help you. So I studied under Amelia Kincaid. She's like the animal whisperer. She's a horse whisperer. And it was a phenomenal series. Day after day, studying, meditating. I was like, okay, I'm going to get it. I'm going to try. Kind of falling flat, getting some good like instincts, but pretty much falling flat. And then there was the test. So at the end of this whole series, I got partnered with a woman and she pulled out a photograph because that's what you're supposed to do. You pull out a photograph, and she gave it to me, and I went into a meditation, just like what I do in my readings. Expanded. I'm going to communicate to this, her dog. It was her dog. I saw all of these things. Oh my God, the words started coming in. I was like, this is incredible. I'm sharing this for a reason. And I relay all the information to the woman, and I was like, oh my God, this is fantastic. I'm giving her the information. She's bawling. She's like, this is so accurate. This is so wonderful. And then I get the message, oh my God, the dog is deceased. I was like, well, flip that. I know I can talk to the deceased. I wanted to learn how to talk to the living, the telepathy communication to the animals. But this woman was so grateful, and I was very pleased to help out. But it didn't help me learn how to communicate with the living. So when I tap into my Umi cat, who is out and about for the last 2 weeks, not at home, I don't get anything, which is a sign for me that he's not deceased, which is pretty good because New Year's Eve, I had quite the fright. It was about 1:30 in the morning, and we live in the city, just a few houses off of Piedmont Park. It's a glorious park designed by the same brothers who did Central Park in New York City. And we heard some rustling in the house, like somebody was coming up the stairs on our deck. And my husband was like, are the kids awake still? We need to check on them. And then he nudged me. He's like, you need to get up. Something's happening. I was like, oh my God. So we open the curtains on our big windows that are 2 stories up on a deck. And there was the most beautiful coyote, eye to eye. He just kind of turned and looked at us like, what's up? I was like, shit. I wasn't crouched down far. I just kind of squatted. So he was very, very, very tall, very elegant and beautiful. And it's just not something you're used to seeing coming eye to eye with a coyote on the other side of your bedroom doors, 2 stories up in the city. And I remembered I left my cat door open. I was like, oh my God, oh my God. My other indoor kitty, Aloha, she doesn't really enjoy people. She's an introvert, hardcore. And she had just recently learned how to use the cat door, which Umi would use. And I left it open so that if my Umi was coming back, he could come inside anytime he wanted to and he'd be home and we wouldn't miss him. We have cameras put out. I mean, I've done quite a bit. Pet Amber Alerts. I put my smell out. I've done all kinds of things. I love, putting my energy out there so that he can feel it. And I ran upstairs, couldn't find my Aloha kitty, and I just about threw up on myself. I was like, if there's just one more thing that can happen, why? And we got outside. My husband, the warrior, had a katana sword, and he handed me a bat. Like I was gonna swing a bat at a coyote? No. Like you get big, you make some noise, and you don't turn your back on them. My friends do not. So he's on one side, I'm on the other side. We're back to back. We're on the deck and we're going down. We've got flashlights and we're hunting for our cats because I do have an outside kitty, Panda, and she's smart as a whip. I do not worry about this tiny little kitty. She's 16 years old and she looks like a kitten. She's fabulous. And there she was. She was like, what's up? Like I was out here chasing this coyote. Where you been? She's there and she shows no sign of being upset. I don't see my other cat anywhere until I decided to look up. She had wedged herself 20 feet up in some rafters underneath our deck. I don't know how she did it. Her face was bloody. She obviously, when she jumped, she hit it, tore up her face, but she's fine. So then I start thinking, okay, coyotes. Coyotes are here. They're on my deck. They're in the city. They could have found Umi, and maybe he's not with us anymore. Yet, I don't see Umi in my conversations and my meditations. There's nothing. So for me, that's kind of like, oh, remember, you're not so hot at the telepathy, and you're really good at the deceased. So Umi's living. And my spirit team is like, Umi's living. Like B's like, I am so happy I don't have Coyote here. Hey, just visiting. I'm so happy you're here again. So it was a relief that I'm not in contact with him energetically. It means he's alive. So I'm resorting to my spirits. It's story time, guys. Here we go. And I'm asking them, where is he? Just, tell me. Because I have had many cases of finding missing animals, and even missing animals that are living, because I talk to their spirit team and they tell me where they are. I had a friend who lives up in Buckhead. The cat has been missing. I said, okay, well, let me take a look. I said, you know what? Your cat, and the cat's been gone for weeks. I was like, your cat is up the road, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 houses, and beyond that house, there's a big hill, like a ravine, and the cat is living in the ravine. Walk up there, knock on the house that has the brown wooden framework. Doesn't look like it really belongs in Atlanta, gorgeous house, and say, have you seen my cat? And leave a shirt there, and you'll find your cat. Sure enough, this is exactly what happened. The cat had been living in the ravine. They knocked on that house randomly, and the guy was like, yeah, we've seen the cat. We had no idea. We just thought the cat came from somewhere else. Like, no, he lives up the street. So I was like, I've had these cases. I know it can happen. Why aren't you telling me? Really? Why aren't you telling me? I had another case of helping a cat out in New Mexico. It was New Mexico, and they rehomed the cat to a farm that said it was going to stay inside, but they put the cat outside, and the original owner found out and was like, you can't do that. I'm going to come back and pick up my cat. And the farm was like, we don't know what your cat is. It's been gone forever. And this was acres and acres and acres and acres of land, coyotes and wolves and all kinds of creatures. And the owner is sobbing, and I'm upset. I don't want anybody to feel compromised in their life or feel like they've been abandoned. Like, no. So I sat down with a map. We got the guides, I got my pendulum, and I was like, okay, you're going to see the telephone pole. You're going to go out about X amount of yards out into the field, into nowhere, and you're going to put a cage down, a trap, and you're going to put your shirt, you're going to put this food out, and it's going to take about 4 or 5 days. You're going to track your cat. They were just like, you are crazy. And I go, I know, it sounds crazy, but that's what I'm hearing. Why don't you just try? Sure enough, it was 4 days later, cat trapped in the carrier, like in the not a carrier, I guess it's called a trap, isn't it? A cage trap, humane. And they brought the cat back. I don't think they ever talked to the farm, put it in the car, took the cat home. Now the cat lives back where it originally was. And they're very happy. Okay, we know this can work. Where's my cat? Where's Umi? Come on, Grace. Come on, Maitland. Come on, everybody. Come on. Come on, my cat's guides. Tell me what's going on. Why won't Spirit just deliver flat out the information that I've heard them deliver to others where it led to a great reunion and success? Oh, it's Jenny. Maybe Spirit is presenting the situation so you can develop communication with living animals. Oh, Jen, drop the mic. That's part of it. So I've been sitting in meditation, and every now and then I can get a glimpse of him. It's beautiful. I'm right up in his face. It's like I'm outside of my body, and I'm right up on my cat's face. And it doesn't last long, guys. It's like a blip, blip, and it's over. But the feeling I get, it's not like I am pretending to see him or imagining him, because you don't get that heart connection that, oh, there you are. It's this, oh my God, there you are. And I see him, and then It's over. It's happened 3 or 4 times. I'm very lucky to have that because it's helping heal my heart. Um, God, I was going to get through this whole thing. I haven't bawled my eyes out today. Crying for me is like this expression. It's just, come on. You love something so much. We hear Maitland's message that she gave, which was this concept that's being presented in January about this energy shift of where when you begin to define yourself by those things placed around you, by the relationships that you have, and it's not from you, that they're going to be challenged. Coming into 2021, this connection that we have with our things, with our status, to describe who we are going to be challenged at the beginning of 2021. So for the first month to 4 months. And it's helping us figure out who are we out there on our own. And I don't feel like as humans or emotional beings that we are, that we're designed to be on our own, but it is good to know who we are and move from that spot. And if we're not stripped from how we identify ourselves, how can we figure out what that is? So I'm gaining two positives out of this. I'm figuring out who I am without those relationships, without the relationship with Umi. And for those of you who might just think, yeah, it's a cat. He was an interesting cat. He is an interesting cat. He demanded attention. He demanded to be held like a baby. I would come home. He would greet me at the door. He'd meow. He'd stand up. He'd ask to be held. If I didn't pick him up right away, he'd weave in between my feet and jump up and paw me until I'd hold him. And then he'd make me hold him for like 30 minutes. I'd act like I'm putting him down and he'd grab hold, like, not yet. Okay. So I'd have to hold the baby. He slept with me. He woke me up when the sunrise came. He'd kiss my face. He'd kiss my eyes. He'd paw my face. He'd sit outside the shower and just watch. He'd watch me get ready. And then he'd come upstairs and he'd sit with me as we eat. I mean, it was a really unique companion situation. So there's a large part of me that developed this. I am this because of this routine and because of our relationship. So I'm getting this added bonus. I don't know if I really see it as a bonus yet, but because my heart breaks. I can't even pause to drink. I don't have anything to drink. I don't see it as a bonus yet, but identifying myself, who I am individually, so I get to manage my own emotions through the day. When I come home, I decompress by myself instead of with my cat, and it's letting me see different variations of myself. I'm also getting the practice of communicating with a living animal, so there's that as well. You guys are responding so much. Angie's even saying, I love my cat. She got lost 3 days. I almost died. It was hard, but thank God with my angel's help, she appeared. Oh, I hope yours appears after this live. That would be really wonderful. I love the reunion stories. I do. He'll come back. My cat did the same thing, left and came back. Kitty cats, they're just roommates, man. You cannot, it's just so different. They're independent. But at this case, I don't think he was so independent. I think somebody scooped him up because he asks to be picked up. He asks to be held. Thank you, Jay Amber. I could use the love. So here I am in meditation going, all right, Spirit, I've got examples. I see that you want me to learn something. I'm listening to what Maitland's message was about the energy shifting, getting more into consciousness, identifying our own light and how we intertwine it with others, and the bonuses, the pros and cons of that, figuring that balance. I'm listening. So just tell me where he is and let me go pick him up. No. So can they tell me where he is? The answer is yes. I've seen it in other circumstances, other situations. Yes, they can. Are they? No, there's this, I called it this higher ruling that has air quotes. Hey, Colleen, quotes, higher ruling. I don't know if Colleen's watching, but she's helping me edit a book that I'm writing. I'm writing 101 subtle light, 101 introductions to subtle light energy. And Colleen's helping me shape the book. And she says, I just want to give you a heads up. Anytime you use quotes, I might undo those. So I was giggling about that. Um, Or to pause, reading Michelle Lech. Well, it's tough to understand and always thought we were given pets to help soothe ourselves. Yes, and learn from them. It seems extra rough, especially right now. Oh, thank you for the prayers to reunite, that this is a temporary lesson, sending healing and love for your broken heart, more clarity and acceptance. Thank you. I would love the emphasis on that clarity and acceptance. You nailed it. That hits me. Michelle, thank you. And yes, Jane Elizabeth Howard, maybe he's healing someone else right now, which was the message I got this morning. Um, it made me, it soothed my nerves a little. I was like, okay, my heart, he's actually really benefiting someone right now. He's magical. Of course he is. You have lessons and skills to learn, and you and Umi have contracted this moment. Yes, hang in there. Right. So this, Colleen's like, I'm here. Um, this higher ruling. This is the, we know you've agreed to something. We know that you signed off on it. And small print says, even if Jamie throws a tantrum, a fit, cries her eyes out every day, we are not to tell her where Umi is, but we can soothe her emotions by giving her glimpses, by letting her know everything is working and orchestrating itself. Whether it turns out to be a happy ending or not, it's playing into something. And by me knowing the whereabouts or having the skills just to identify exactly where he is and going and getting him is against what I've already orchestrated and created. So after I heard that, I said, guys, you have to get real with me. Is this a cop out? I'm bleeping myself because there's a lot of F words that come out of my head recently. Is this a cop out? Are you telling me this to make me feel good? Is this a lie? Nope, 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 nope. I hear no's. I'm like, okay, I just want to double check. Because I feel like when information is reframed, can we call that a lie? No. They're like, we're clearly telling you we're not going to say. I said, yeah, that's good. You're upright. You know that. Right? Josie's like, your cat knows you're waiting for him and he'll come back when he's done with his current job. I feel like that too. Wendy says the lessons you're experiencing are sure teaching so many of us right now. Really? Thank you so much, Wendy. I wondered if sharing something like this would be like, wow, or like, get it together, woman. You keep seeing the same corner, Mary? I'll have to go back and look. Oh, thank you, Pure Grace, being vulnerable with all of us. When my dog died, her spirit um, supposition herself over my other dog lying on my lap. Oh, you love each other so much. It's amazing. Mariana Heron goes up. When I was picking up the same thing, animals, especially cats, will have other missions in their life than just to be with their person. Perhaps he felt called to help and heal someone else and will be back when he's finished. God, you guys, we haven't even been talking that long and you were picking up on it. 2 weeks meditating day and night, and I just got the message this morning. I mean, after seeing so many of you post it, it's like that. Look at this. Pay attention, Jamie. Pay attention. I'm paying attention. Oh, my heart goes out to you, Jamie. So much love and protection to your kitty. Thank you so much, Eric. So I have to ask them, if you're refraining, is it a lie? And again, they said, no, we're telling you we're refraining. We're telling you that something larger is at foot. So even though you're squirming, even though you're struggling, even though you want to see it as suffering and pain, it is not going to unlock that wealth of information because this is something that you have designed and agreed to. And so the message was this from Grace: you can choose to see this as painful, suffering, victim, torn apart, awful, or you can choose a simple acceptance. And I said, you know what? I hear you. And you can tell it's rough for me if I am just biting at it. What's happening? Why? Why aren't you this, that, that? I'm struggling if I'm chewing at it like that. I'm just gonna get choked up. That's just what it is. So I asked, okay, but why would I sit down and just want to accept? If I accept that my cat is missing, does that mean I stop looking for him? Is it just an acceptance of like, oh, I guess this is what's going on, so I just roll over? Like that doesn't feel right to me. It doesn't feel good. And there's been a strange reaction with people um, online, offline, in the neighborhood. It's like some people show up and they're like, oh my God, you haven't done all these things. You must not love your cat. And some of them are like, oh my God, it's a cat. You don't need to look for it. The cat will come back. Some of them are just like, wow, independent life. Go for it. So it's not like you're getting a consistent support. Everybody has their opinions, which I like. I like that we're individuals. Um, so I keep biting at this. If I just accept and roll over, then what is to be? And Grace says, no, it's about just accepting it every moment you're aware of it. And if you sit with it and you say, I need to put up more flyers, I need to go out there, I need to talk to somebody, I need to do whatever it is. And she goes, then you do that. Acceptance is not giving up, which was awesome to hear, by the way. I'm going to pause while I gather myself and read some of your comments. Sally says, I've just adopted a stray puppy. Oh, she was underweight, sick, seemingly neglected. My sister picked her up out of the middle of a busy road and tried to locate the owner, but I believe she was meant to come to me. I hope someone else is not missing her, but I am grateful to have her join our family. She is now happy, socialized, and healthy. Oh my God, Sally, that sounds so wonderful. Congratulations for being that person. And I would hope from the bottom of my heart if Umi was actually out on foot these 2 weeks and just walking a straight line away and not doing well, I would hope somebody would just scoop him up and love the snot out of him because he is just so worthy of all of that attention. Veronica, when you she's saying years ago my cat was stolen. 8 months later we moved my son to another state for college. While gone, our two dogs got out. Upon returning home and visiting the local shelter, stop it. You found all three of your pets? 8 months later? Veronica, what the? Oh my God. That is crazy. There's so many wonderful stories. Whew. Yes, Thelma. I didn't get to read your post before, but you're saying I miss him so much and I can't understand the lesson for me. Why? Yes. I think I have shared the same whys. Similar, not same. But yeah, in any circumstance, human, animal, job, big transitions that are kind of outside of our control and they happen to us. The key word was to. They happen to us. All of a sudden we're flailing, because that's me like swimming in the middle of the ocean with no land in sight. Did you get it? It's just like a doggy paddle. My head's just above the water, but there's no land. Because the way I'm reacting to it is that it happened to me. And when I take that viewpoint, I'm relinquishing my responsibility. Everything that happens in my life, whether I was in control over it or not, which I was not in control over Umi, the situation still happened with me. I am still participating. And that is the very switch I believe Grace is talking to me about by saying, well, that's one thing you are definitely going to get when you're here at Jamie Butler Medium. Emotions. When Grace says, accept, just accept in that moment. Thanks, Maitland. Sally, feeling my heart break. Mm, it is different. Lots of cursing out spirit guides, Deb P said. Yeah. Yeah, I get very colorful with mine too, because I just want to know why. So we're getting back to the acceptance. And doing that doesn't mean I roll over and give up. So I have been accepting in the moment that I am not in control, that I'm co creating this experience even though I was not in control. It is still a co creation. My energy participated in it. I, brought in Umi. He's making choices. I'm making choices is a co creation. So I'm able to put my responsibility into it. I'm still able now to give love to the situation. It's helping heal my heart a little. And it's still respecting those kind of higher rules. Colleen, now I'm going to think about you every time I do quotes. It's still kind of respecting those boundaries of the higher rules that when spirit is saying, okay, this is something that you really, really put in your place to learn, and still guides are helping remember the pain, the suffering. That's a very personal experience. It doesn't have to be this way. I'm expressing it this way. I can choose to learn and discover how to practice the acceptance more, to join in and not have the pain and the suffering. Pain and suffering, grief, it's when the ego is tearing because I don't have that connection that I used to have. And I'm finding new ways to connect to myself and manage those emotions that I relied on my relationship with my cat. I love it because it sounds very woo woo, but it's very true. um, oh, I just glanced over. Myra loves the book title 101 Introductions to Subtle Light Energy. Yeah. Yes. Oh, you guys are so wonderful. Jessica says, my cat, Midnight, died at a young age of leukemia. Ugh, a medium told me he had a mission to help a sick girl who would have had otherwise died without his love. Oh my God. See? Oh, see? Yes, Connie, I'm seeing this too. Not just Emu doing a job, but your guides are teaching you to depend on yourself for self soothing. Yes, Connie, oh my God. Yeah, that was it. Strengthening those muscles. Um, so I'm choosing not to see that it's happening to me, but with me, co creating, accepting in every moment, following through what I feel like needs to be done. And in the act of doing that, I'm getting my life back. Before I wasn't really functioning well. Can imagine. Um, Now I'm back to communicating, not falling apart. Um, oh, Amy saying, I saw Umi in a dream and then my cat being bumped me on the nose and woke me up. I was like, what? Hey, that's so cool. I've seen him twice in dreams. Once on a tan tile floor, which we don't have in our house, which I thought was interesting. And once behind an iron wrought gate next to a brick house on the driveway, which we don't have that kind of house either. It was very interesting. So I'm getting glimpses, but still, yeah, not much. Even Deb is like, it's like, just tell me. It is. But I recognize we do have things that we've agreed to. So where's it going to get me to fight it? Where's it going to get me in life to stay in grief and disappointment and anger? Where's it going to get me? If I invest in that kind of outcome, what's it going to give me in return? Not a lot, not much at all. So I'm changing it, accepting, honoring this kind of higher experience. And I see how the guides are doing their best to support me, but not overthrow what I've done, which shows me the level of respect that our guides have for us. Because, listen, if I were your guide, I would roll over and I would give you all the information. I would be bawling my eyes out, going, "Oh my God, your baby dog is up over here, and this is what's happening. Go get him, go get him, go get him." But I don't think I'd be strong enough to go, "I'm withholding the information. Like, this is really for a higher purpose, and I'm going to withhold it." So let's just have a moment of gratitude that I am not your guide and that your guides are able to help you make those shifts. Oh my goodness. It is just, it's like spirit withholds information knowing that you're supposed to go this way because it's the way you set up, it's the way you have to go through it, feel it in order to learn whatever you set up. So, Jenny, yes, that is it. Sounds like there are some feelings and emotions you need to experiment right now. Yeah. Kitty is the conduit, and some feelings are not pretty. Yes, you must feel. Pamela, when you say it like that, it hits my heart. I do feel. Hey, Victoria from UK. You guys are rocking it. Oh my God, your comments are incredible. Valerie, I lost my cat of 18 years. Oh no, it went away. A few months ago, I was crying on my porch and I looked down and saw Val written in the snow. And there was a cat print. Oh my gosh, that's incredible. Ruby says, doctor tells me to get rid of my cat because it turns out I'm allergic to cats, and I chose to take antihistamines instead, and I had him for 11 years. Oh, Ruby, you're my hero. Yes. Marta, hi. Of course you would do it. You were on guide position. You would have had different perspective. Probably. But if it was just me as a human, as an emotional being, I think I would spill the beans, Marta. TJ, when we had a reading together, the spirits told you to tell me that too many answers makes a lazy person. That's brilliant. My nose is running because I'm crying. Too many answers makes a lazy person. Thank you for resharing that. That's my medicine now. Starlighter said she was thrilled to hear yesterday that Umi was alive and well. Stay in the flow. I will. And I'll definitely keep everybody posted. I think that's going to be an interesting way to do it. But guides do abide by what you set into play for your higher purpose, whether you're aware of it or not. I've seen it in sessions where they go to communicate or one pauses and just kind of pulls back, and it's like, I know that thing. You could share something, but you're not. But I get it. Mary Anderson says, I get it. I knew for 2 days before that my cat Haley was going to die, and I didn't know how, but I knew it was very hard to love so deeply. Yeah. Do your guides feel your sadness, or is it their vibration so high that they don't experience grief the way that we do in these situations? Ask Karen Ryan. They do feel our sadness, but it translates very differently. I mean, they get to see a much larger picture. We're kind of like the firefly in a jar, and they're the ones holding a jar, observing, going, but wait until the lid is off. Like, you're all right. They can really hold that space for us to experience those deeper emotions, which is why we all were like, oh my God, pick me, I want to go to Earth. Yay! So we can have these moments. Here we are having them. If you want to learn a little more about communicating to your guides, the dead ones. The telepathy part, I guess I am not going to be the teacher of that when it comes to communicating telepathically with your animals, but definitely able to teach you trance channeling, learning how to communicate with your guides, and in different styles of channeling. And I'm doing that. It's starting next week. It's all coming like really, really quick. But that's it. That's it over there. Look, it's two of me. That's weird. Um, I'm breaking it down over 16 weeks, taking it really slow because it's something to be really awake for. It's not a weekend kind of gobble it up. You know, if you've gone through basic and intermediate mediumship classes with me, join me in the trance channeling. It's actually the advanced medium course. If you have a regular meditation practice and you're really in tune with your energetic system and you want to learn how to communicate or do trance channeling, I'm good with that. Sign up. It's going to be a class every week with homework. And then every 2 weeks, we're just going to get online for a Q&A and just talk about it. Like, what's your work like? How's it going? How are you connecting? What do you feel like's getting in your way? How can I help? That kind of a thing. I really feel like we need more of this in the world. I mean, we're coming away from 3D into 5D. This, for me, is the way to kind of ride that wave. If you want to put it that way. Ride that wave. And then Saturday, I'm learning all this technology stuff. Saturday, we're doing Reiki. If you want just ground level, I'm doing Reiki with Umi every day. I clean my own energy. I open up my chest so that it doesn't get tight and then like put me into that it's happening to me experience rather than co-creating with me. And I fight off that anxiety like, what's going to happen today? Am I going to get the phone call? Am I going to get a phone call? Am I going to see his body on the road when I'm driving, when I'm running, when I'm walking? Like, those things go through my head. I'm human. No matter how spiritual I am, it's like this voice that's supposed to be risk assessment comes in with these obnoxious, really ugly, awful thoughts. And I have to go, whoa, I don't need it. Calm down. So I use Reiki to do that. And then I distance heal with Umi. I do that with my family members too and my friends. So if you want to learn Reiki, come join. Please, I'd love it. It's from 10 to 4 on Saturday. It's remote. You don't have to be in the class. You can watch it later. But if you'd like to ask questions, then please join live. And I'll answer your questions live. And then I do individual remote attunements where I work on your energy and I prime it so that you can run more energy through your body without having side effects. This first level is great for pets, animals. It's all about healing the body. So kids are great. Oh my God, healing your car. I have stories like that too, where I jump starting the car and electronics and phones, but it's all about the 3D aspect, this level one. And then, of course, who would I be if I did not learn how to say, if you really dig and like the social media interactions, like, subscribe. If you're on Facebook, subscribe. If you're on YouTube, hit the bell, the notification bell. It'll let you know when I'm going live. And we're working on doing lives every Friday now. On Friday, I teach over on Learn It Live 30-minute classes. I used to teach 3 of them. I'm ditching the last one and I'm going to join you on social media so that we can have these conversations and we can have open share, you know, do these chat threads. Daniel's reminding me the chimes have been crazy today, affirmations. And really, if you were in class today, you could say they weren't going that nutty, not like right now. And it's strange how it happens. Kiara's like, you're going to learn how to communicate telepathically soon. Oh, it's just wonderful. Oh, look, it posts. That's pretty cool. If you want some exclusive content, just hang out a little bit more with me, check out the YouTube membership. We have memberships from $4.99 up to $29.99 a month. From getting a meditation every month, doing the book club with me, we're reading meditation as medicine right now, and we're going to have a book club this Wednesday on the first 4 chapters. And we just talk about that material. How can we use it in the everyday sense, being like an everyday use, being a highly sensitive person. And then on the other levels, I do an energy update for the month and spirit Q&A. I'd love to do more. I think if as the membership numbers grow, when we reach like 300 members, I'll be able to offer more, as that membership will pay for time to be free to offer to the YouTube community. Check out the YouTube community tab. That's where we do our little posts. You get discounts to the workshops, to the classes. It's really awesome. I'm very proud of it. It's my first time doing a membership, but I'm really digging it. I love the woo woo angel ghosts, Jenny. Next book club is next Wednesday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's chapters 1 through 4. Meditation as Medicine by Dr. Singh. Yeah, Skinny is even saying, I love this. Skinny Robert, I'm very sensitive. So, being a highly sensitive person, I get it. They get it. A lot of the luminaires out there, that's why we've kind of found each other. And so that we could talk about this in a way where we're normalizing our abilities, where it doesn't sound like, oh, crazy cat lady lost her cat. Can't you just understand it's an animal? Move on. That's a very 3D person, not very sensitive. We're collective of higher consciousness. We're resonating more with heartfelt energy, which is more of a 5D shift. We're seeing the value of life in everything. And so I want to create a community where we're looking at this material and kind of deciding how can we use that in an everyday way. Let's normalize this. We are the norm. It's not woo woo, it's true. You love the monthly clubs. Thank you, Sheldon. You're awesome. Oh, Shelly loves the book club. You make me laugh during the book club because I rant. It's fun. Oh, Marta, thank you so much for saying that. It's worth the membership. Deb P, we do giggle a lot in it, don't we? You guys, this has just been so awesome. You're helping me heal through all of this. Bethany, you're saying you're really missing the lives. So I hope to bring those back, hanging out with you guys on Friday and getting used to the new norm of being self first. Priority is self without being selfish. It's maybe not a new norm, but it's really, really getting in our face for 2021. Heightened awareness and vibrations, managing a whole new set of emotions and sensitivities, and bringing this into an everyday use and function. You guys rock it. I love you, Luminaires. I hope somehow this has made your day a little bit better, shine a little bit more light on the abilities that you naturally have just by hearing how somebody else is going through it. It's important for us to speak up. So share your story, talk to a friend, talk to somebody else, grab a book, research, educate. Hit me up here on YouTube, on Facebook. I'd love to see you in the workshops and the classes over at Learn It Live. All of it's been wonderful. I'm so grateful for you. Choose happiness. That's how we're going to get through this all. Take care, guys.